Good morning. Tiffany and me here. We just dropped the kids off at school, and I wanted to share with you this amazing breakthrough I had with a client yesterday because I think it might help other people. So she came to me asking, she's having this immune dysfunction her whole life. She's a little bit older now, and she's asking, Sarah, can you help me? I think there's some kind of ancestral thing going on. I know you've been doing all these energy healings. Can you help me clear this? My immune system has chronic fatigue. I've noticed it with my brother as well. I think it's something inherited. I was like, sure, we can do the energy clearing, but let's look into the mind first, because if it's inherited, well, it's a programming. It's something within our mind that we can look at. And the first thing I asked her was, what's the reward for this? What's the benefit of having chronic fatigue and low immune function? Just kind of stumped her for a minute. She's like, there's a benefit to this? But what's interesting is our subconscious, right, which controls all our healing, definitely controls our immune function, our digestion, everything, is perfectly capable of healing us at any time. And if there's something that's not healing, there's a benefit, there's a reason. Our subconscious will only do what is in our best interest, or what it believes is in our best interest. It is trying to keep us survive, alive. It does not just do things for no reason. There's always a reason behind it. So what would be the reason? What is the benefit of chronic fatigue and this immune dysfunction over your whole life? And we thought about it. We spent some time journaling about it. We breathed into our heart and asked questions, even did a little muscle testing together. And we found that it was rest. The reward is rest. She needed permission to rest without guilt, without guilting herself for doing it. All right, great. So we found the first reward. And then we want to go deeper. Why? Why aren't I allowed to rest without guilting myself? Why don't I think that I deserve that? Or what's going on here? And we found it was an unworthiness root. Okay. So there's some kind of belief or programming we picked up in our childhood, in our subconscious, that's saying, I don't deserve to rest. I need to be achieving or giving to others or doing something else to prove I'm worthy of being here or existing. Great. We want to look at all these programs from a neutral perspective. First off, they're not who we are. They're things we picked up in our childhood or things we picked up from other people when we were younger. And it doesn't define who we are. It's just programming. So if you can look at it from a neutral perspective and just like curiosity, okay, interesting. So now I'm seeing I have this unworthiness program that is not allowing me to rest without guilt, which is creating my chronic fatigue. Well, what's the benefit of the worthiness program? Why? What am I getting out of that? Why am I holding on to it? If there's got to be some kind of reward or benefit, or I wouldn't be holding on to this belief. And we go deeper, and what we find next is connection. All right. I know for myself as well, in the past, I have used my suffering, my unworthiness, as a way to connect with people. To say, hey, I understand what you're going through, man. I understand that pain. I've got that pain too. Let's hug it out, right? And so we have to start finding what this unmet need is, what ultimately was connection for her, right? Looking for this deep, soulful connection with others. And we find ways to meet this need in a more elevated way. We start connecting over our celebrating what's great in our life. We start connecting over the good things that are happening with us and realizing, no, it doesn't make people feel bad. It's safe to shine our light. It's safe to show how wonderful and powerful life can be and connect through that. And we find that we can have an even deeper connection through that. And then boom, what happens? All these little personas and personality things and traits and behaviors that we're forming of unworthiness, leading to us not being able to rest without guilt, leading us to manifesting chronic fatigue, all starts to dissipate automatically, effortlessly. And I just wanted to share that because if you start going within and you realize this interesting mechanism of our mind and our subconscious and how it works, and that there's benefits and rewards to everything that we're doing, we're just not conscious of it. And as soon as you bring awareness to these things, it all starts to dissipate. It's incredibly powerful. I just wanted to share that in case it helps somebody.